you guys. So Spooky couldn't help himself, and he was talking in the background during table talk while we was talking about sidelines. So Spooky, what did you have that was so important that you needed to let us know?
Specify.
Okay, when we were saying, I made the comment about, the charging the phone in the car. We made comments about spending money, time, and you and a couple of other people was chuckling in the background, a couple of guys, but he was the only one that wanted to come on. So what is your take on sidelines?
Sidelines are just the ex-girl to the next girl situation. They're tired of one and they're going to the next. So they're already sliding to the next. So they're fitting themselves in a newer vehicle, basically. They're getting tired of the old vehicle and they're just dangling that one along. Sorry to say it, but I'm married. I'm going to put it out there because it doesn't matter to me anymore. They're dangling one on.
Mm-hmm. Some people are married and still have sidelines, though. Just true.
They're trying to figure out a way. If they can get away with it for the longest, either way, they figure, hey, what's the worst that happen? I mean, I believe she's going to divorce me, and then this one over here is going to end up paying the cost of my alimony.
So,
but some married women know that their husband is knocking somebody else down, but to keep the marriage together, they don't say nothing. Some husbands know that there's some sideline men out there, and they know their wife is sleeping with somebody else, but just to keep the marriage together, they don't say nothing. Some join in together and they have a weird, freaky marriage, but at the end of the day, instinct and intuition tells you a whole lot of things that's going on in a relationship. These people just don't say it.
That's a different look on it, because I didn't see it as the sidelines are going to graduate sooner or later and become the main.
They're test driving them. If they pan out as, of course, something new always feels better than something old. But then once you deal with that new for so long, that becomes the old too. So is that old better than the other old? That's
so when does it end? When does the cycle end? Because it sounds like, then the sideline becomes the main, and then you replace the sideline with another sideline, and then that cycle
Sometimes it never ends. Yeah. Sometimes, I love my brother. Sometimes they're just that good. And they know how to find the right females to play the right female. To be continued. Cut!
But that's different. Like, I didn't hear that part about, they're graduating or whatnot. So the sideline is working its way up to being the main or whatnot. So, should the wifeys feel threatened? Like, hold on, I'm soon going to be kicked out of my position.
You know what? I think the wifeys have the mentality exactly. Even though this person has went out and said, hey, there's something missing, so I'm gonna go get it. The wifey doesn't say, well, let me tighten up and see what I gotta do to get this. They put it in their heads like, he ain't going nowhere. That's mine. Whatever. I've been here this long. Where is he going now? As opposed to thinking, let me up my game to keep what I want.
And that's where I go with the, why do we root for the sideline on these TV shows instead of saying, dang, why can't they just work it out and get it together and he not cheat on her no more?
I have something to add on to that. I was thinking, because we're saying how we condone and how we say every time Mary Jane or Olivia Pope is with the president or this other guy, but at the end of the day, they're not with that person.
That's true. That's true. Because if that person have the time to be sliding somewhere else, then that obviously means that they're really not spending time with that other person.
But saying at the end of the story, at the end of season of Scandal, the president isn't with Olivia. And at the end of, I'm not sure if Mary Jane ended. I believe it did.
She did end it.
But not with the guy, right?
She did end it with the guy. She told him to go back to his wife, so.
Not with the guy.
Okay.
So, they didn't. I guess they did it for the thrill of it.
Sometimes it becomes that. Sometimes it's just the thrill. sometimes you got men that don't even work.
Okay, so how do you know?
And
so
go
how
from one
would
female to the next, and the next one's gonna take care of him, and the next one's gonna take
What
care of him, and
about-
he's got time because he's not working.
Listen, how
So
do
he can manage his time.
How do a woman? What is a clear sign to let a woman know that she's a sideline? Because not all sidelines know that they're sidelines. So how would a sideline know that they're a sideline?
Basically, what would you avoid showing that person?
Whoever gets the less of benefits is the sideline. Whether it's
But if
the
you don't
main,
know
if you're the
that
main and you get less, you are now the sideline. Sorry to say.
How do you know? Like, how do you know? If you're a sideline and you don't know, you think you're the main or you think you're the only
What
one.
would give you that?
You just the ball in the hand of a juggler. There's 3 balls and he's got them evenly distributed.
You're not answering the question.
There's no answer to that question. You'll never know. It's all on how it
So
plays out.
there's no signs.
Sideline chicks are just mistresses. They've been in the game since 2000 BC. What they would call concubines.
Okay, I know you're not in this discussion.
That's all it was. It's concubines.
If a female is a sideline, what can that person do to make you see that okay they're a sideline? You're not answering the question.
I don't know if that question can be answered. There's nothing to know.
Okay, not at this time.
There's nothing to really know. I mean, like I said, it's whoever's getting the best of the benefits are gonna feel like a sideline, but there's not gonna be how they're gonna know they're a sideline when they get cut and realize they was a sideline. But then by then it's too late. There's no telltale sign.
There are telltale signs, like we just said.
The only sign
Not answering the phone, all that other stuff.
you're gonna know you're the sideline when the girlfriend or the wife finds out and calls your phone. Then you're gonna realize you're the sideline. That's how you know, and that's how you know that's game over. And then there's gonna be another sideline, or she's gonna become the main one, and then there's gonna be another sideline to her. That's just how it
That is a
goes.
fact. That is a dominant
So
fact.
yeah, so sidelines hold no value then because if they're easily
They do hold
replaced,
value. They're
but if you could just
accessory.
replace them with another sideline, then what type of value do they really hold?
They're like rims. When you get tired of them, you put new ones. Right or wrong?
I don't know. I never.
When you first buy rims and you put them on the car, when you first buy a pair of rims and you put them on your car and you drive around, everybody loves your car. You feel like you're the greatest. As soon as you hit a curb with them rims and scratch it up, you don't even want to wash them anymore.
Wow.
And then you get another pair of rims. Might even get a new car. But you understand? It's all of what it benefits to get out of it. As soon as it doesn't benefit anymore, it's time to find more benefits.
So it's going back to what you said, like, as soon as the sidelines stop doing what they do, because you said the sideline fix the big breakfast and all that other stuff. As soon as they get comfortable and start doing what the main is doing, then
Yeah, exactly. The big
it's
breakfast
like a
is
bent rim.
the big breakfast and the nice respects and all that stuff that they do in the beginning is just to keep him. But as soon as they get tired of doing all that, because there's probably a mirage of breakfast, they really don't even want to cook.
Correct.
But their grandmama told them a key to a man's heart is through his stomach story. They get in there, next thing you know, they're cooking breakfast for no reason, and then he don't even come by to eat it anymore. And then he's coming
much breakfast.
Or he don't eat it.
and they don't go over there and pick the breakfast up and bring it back home to his main chick, and they're sharing that breakfast. It's that it goes that deep. Yeah, I stopped by Mama's house and she cooked us some breakfast.
Now,
And she like,
mama.
you know how she do.
Now you know how she do.
Wow.
I told her you said thank you. It's just gonna go down like that. That's just how it goes. Like I said, there's a game
And
for a
that's
game.
why you should know the parents so you can call them yourself and tell them, oh, thank you for the
If you had enough game to
Right,
recognize
right.
it, you wouldn't be in that situation, and that's
That's
why
true.
you got put in that situation. That's just,
Well, no, sometimes you can have all the games, but like,
So I heard.
but it's somebody that has more game than you.
Yeah, because
That's always the case. You either gonna win or you gonna lose. There's no tie in life.
Wow.
You win or you lose. What would you rather do? Would you rather beat or get beaten?
I mean,
It's common fact.
in that situation, like, are there any real winners?
Yeah. The
even
people on the
if-
sidelines watching the sidelines. Those are the next winners. There's always a winner.
But I'm saying in that situation, those people are not in that situation. Because in that situation, even if you're the main, you're still losing.
Nothing good lasts forever.
nothing.
What goes up must come down.
Yeah, I think says the married
What
man.
done in the dark must come to the light. I'm just saying, it's
Gosh.
all that stuff. So, you know, it's all about you go up to one level, and as you come back down, you got to take another path and go to another level. I'm never saying you're going to drop to the ground.
Girl, I feel you, tiny girl.